circle group when the time is up. All right, let's go. Nishan. What's that? It's nothing. Go inside and good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Gentlemen, real quick, how are we supposed to enter the classroom? Silently! Exactly. So I'm still hearing voices and I'm confused. Why? These two gentlemen are on track. Thank you guys for writing down your agenda and giving them to the edge of the table. I see Eduardo writing down his agenda. Leonard is working on his agenda. Yes, sir, please. Just one person. Leonard, you left this. You need to hang on to it because we're getting your picture ID. What? I'm still hearing talking. Excuse me. Raise your hand if you have a question. Yes. The life work says comic. We're going to be continuing our comic book. And this is the next scene, which is the evidence. And it says, you arrive to the scene. Your evidence is that you see a woman crying, you see a baseball bat on the ground, and you see a snake. That's going to be up to you. So right now, that's the evidence that we have. We're going to continue the rest of our comic tomorrow. That's when you're going to get the rest of the story. No, it's not the end. I'm sorry, gentlemen. What is the expectation? Silence. The first 5 minutes of the class. Exactly. We're going to hold our questions until the end of our jump start, okay? You have detention. Wait until after the jump starts. Why did it take you 5 minutes to wash your hands? Shh. Okay. Gentlemen, this is not the first time that we've done this. I do not know why I don't see more agendas at the edge of the table. Is this yours? Yeah. You need to write your name on the front of it. Patrick. Thomas. Okay, gentlemen, let me explain something. I know that y'all just came from lunch, and I know that y'all are probably a little excited because y'all also just came from... Okay, Rashad, I was talking. You also have attention. No.
I didn't make no time to do.
No, I saw you talking. I literally saw you doing that. So I don't need any protests. I don't need any feedback. You have the attention and that's it. There were too many people talking during our jump start. That is absolutely unacceptable. Isaiah, go outside for a second. You need to write down those three. Where's the answer? So the directions are on the board. All right, everybody. Can I get someone to read the directions for me? Eduardo.
Write down your life work in your agenda. Write down your answers from the jump start in your scientific notebook and explain why that is your answer. 5 minutes, complete silently and independently.
Are these any different than they've ever been in my classroom?
No.
Then why did we have so many voices today? Why were there people that were arguing, pushing each other, threatening each other in this classroom? We are looking for people to go to our A+ club on Friday. And as of right now, we have absolutely no candidates. And worse, the teachers are even thinking about taking away y'all's Energizer because there's so much misbehavior afterwards. This is not the kind of behavior that we're going to be tolerating. We have high expectations of you because we know what y'all are capable of. Yesterday we had incredible conversations with a lot of your parents, with most of your parents. And we told them wonderful things, and we would like to keep that up. I love giving positive phone calls home. But I haven't had the opportunity to make one in a while. Yes, sir.
My mama didn't come because she couldn't do it. She couldn't do it on time because she had work.
That's fine, and that's fine.
Can
And
my
if she,
grandma come or my aunt?
absolutely, absolutely.
Can we come today?
Today we're not going to be staying late. It's going to be upper school. So we're going to get back on track. Even though we started off rough today, we can get back on track and do everything we need to do. We have a very busy day, which means that I need y'all to pay complete attention. I need everyone to slant. I'm waiting for 100%. Now we're going to have 2 minutes to discuss our jump start, so let's move quickly. Ready? Okay. Now what are some differences that y'all identify between this picture? Roman.
I see that the tree is facing to the right, and in the other picture, the tree is facing to the left. And I also see that
Just one. So we want to give everybody an opportunity to know. But excellent observation. Yes. Thomas.
In one of the pictures, the owl has one hat on, and the other picture, the owl is
Right over here. All right. Very good. Very good. Logan.
I gotta look close though. So, see the two little kids.
See the 2 little kids.
One has a red hat in his hand. This one.
Very good. Thank you. Have a seat. Let's see. Kilian.
The first one had 4 cards, the second one 3 cards.
Very good. Very, very good. Christopher.
one bus has one,
Yeah.
and the other bus has 2.
Very good. Let's see. Jonathan.
The building has like letters like on top of the little small square, and picture 2 doesn't.
Very good. Yes. Let's see. Ami.
The first picture has a bell, but in the second one it doesn't.
Hey, excellent. Anybody see anything else?
Yeah.
Yes, Hector.
What I see is that there's like 2 little girls that are different colors.
Very good. One's pink, one's purple.
Oh,
Yes, Caleb.
On the top of the house.
Go back to your seat.
On
Go
the
back
top
to
of
your
the
seat.
house, you see 2 men. One man has a hat and one man doesn't. Someone said that.
Yeah, someone already said that. Logan said that. Yes, sir.
I said that. And
Go back to your seat.
and one of them has 5 trees.
Say again.
one of them got 5.
One of them has.
One of them
Has.
has 5.
What is that under
The grass. Yeah.
Grass.
Oh, grass. 5 grass, and the other one has 4.
Very good. We're missing one. Anthony.
On the first one, the sun is bright. The second one is not bright.
Actually, yes, there is one more. You're absolutely right. Yes, sir.
Can I put it to,
Just tell me.
you see in the house, like, the little, like, rectangle?
The bell.
bottom?
The bell.
The bottom?
No,
right
like the
on top of the
rectangle
door?
on top of the door.
This
The
one
top one has,
has words. Yeah, Jonathan said that. Rashad.
One is getting on the bus and one of them is not getting off the bus.
That's an incorrect. Yeah, Roman.
there's 4 clouds.
4 clouds. Okay, so the one that I'm looking for, just because we're out of time, guys. The one that I was looking for was this bell right here. This is- Whoa. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and move on. Can someone read the slide for me, please? Let's see, Emmanuel.
Why is scientific method used? Something to think about. Why do scientists use the scientific method? What did they use before?
Okay, excellent. So I want you guys to think everything that we know about the scientific method. We're gonna turn and talk. I'm gonna give y'all 1 minute. Now, what volume do we use?
Number 1.
Number 1. Okay, so now I want everybody to turn to your table, and we're gonna practice doing a level 1 voice. Little bit louder than number one. Let's lower the volume just a little bit. Ami. Right? 1, 2, 3. Eyes on me.
1, 2, eyes on you.
All right. So now that was okay. I think we can do better though. So this time I want you to turn and talk to your table, and I want you to discuss why do scientists use the scientific method, and what do you think they might have used before? So I'm going to put 1 minute on the clock. Ready? Level 1 voice, everybody. Let's go. One, two, volume check. That was too loud. Let's lower it back down. Armian. Derek, have a seat. Okay. All right, gentlemen. So, silently raise your hand to tell me what you and your partner discussed. Let's see. Caleb.
My partner, well, I ain't get time to do mine, but my partner,
We didn't have time.
we didn't have time for me to do mine. He did it. I let him go first. He explained to me that he thinks that you scientists tested to satisfy science to be more specific about it.
To be more specific, I really like that. I think that's an excellent point. To be more specific.
And I said that I think it will help them by, because a scientific method, I have said first that I think, but, and I have another one, I had said that it helps them because it helps them organize. It maybe helps them organize how they, like, separate their stuff.
Very good. No, it absolutely helps them organize. Let's see. Very good, very good. I'd like to hear from another group. Let's see. Jonathan's group.
Well, Rafael said that.
I'm so sorry. I'm hearing people talking, and we are not showing the respect that we deserve. We need to track our speaker. Yes, sir.
And he said that instead of using the scientific method back then, like they would, instead of having a ruler, like they would like maybe like use a pencil to measure it, or that like they would do everything out of order, and maybe they would like mess up and not get an accurate answer as possible.
That's an excellent, that's major snaps for that. That was excellent. So it definitely helps with making you accurate. And I really liked how you referenced both questions. You answered both questions. You not only talked about how the scientific method helps you be accurate, but it also helps you, or rather, you talked about the history of it, which I thought was really excellent. All right, let's see. Rashad's group, what did y'all discuss? Very good. I really like the processing part because maybe people were doing maybe people were doing experiments, but maybe they weren't really collecting data, or maybe they were missing a part, and having this structure allowed them to process the information. I really, really like that.
And before you use
Caleb.
it, you're gonna have to predict.
Say it again.
He said, before you use the scientific method, you're gonna have to predict.
Predict? No, well, we're still predicting, even with the scientific method. Because what's our hypothesis?
Yes.
To guess, not just a guess.
Educated guess.
An educated guess, absolutely. And it's not just an educated guess, but what is it based on? Roman. Our educated guesses, whenever we're working with a hypothesis, what is it based on? Emmanuel?
Like educated guess. Like, what does it mean?
It's what is it based on? What do we use to make an educated guess happen?
Like when we don't get like a question, like you're the one that you most think will deal with the answer.
Okay, but what do we use to do that?
Our brain.
Well, we're definitely using our brain. We're definitely using our brain. Logan.
Using the clues that you got from the text.
From the text. But we're thinking about one word in particular.
Oh no.
Same thing? We've been working with it a whole bunch. Anthony.
Hypothesis.
What is our hypothesis based on? We watched a video on it yesterday.
I don't know.
Hey. It's a silent hand. Christopher. No, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about a hypothesis. But it's based on something. I'll give you a really big hint. It starts with an O.
Based on your observation?
Yes, based on your observations. So, it helps us to process, and I'm going to go ahead and say it helps us to process our observations. Okay, so let's go ahead and move forward. Now we're going to watch a very quick video. Silently raise your hand, and what are our video norms? Let's see. Ami. Turn off your cell phones. Rashad? Make sure you're not on Instagram. Yes. I'm going to call on some people whose hands I haven't seen yet. Eduardo. Be silent. Let's see. Leonard.
You never talk while the video is on because somebody else might want to watch it.
Very good. Yes, sir.
Always remain seated.
Exactly. Always remain seated. Yes. Be on slant position. Absolutely. And last but not least, if you're watching an educational video, Emmanuel, have a seat.
Oh.
No, right now. Have a seat. Alfredo. Pay attention and take notes. Excellent. All right. So we already said slant. So, gentlemen, I'm about to begin the video. So let's get in slant position. Let's make sure all cell phones are off, like we're in a movie theater. You shouldn't have your cell phone. It's a joke. Okay. So, I'm waiting for 100%. Have a seat.
You know your kids are smart, but did you know that the woman named Come On can make them even smarter?
How is it that scientists discover that some things work and other things don't? They use what is called a scientific method. This means applying a structured procedure to carry out systematic investigation. This is done to either confirm or disprove some piece of knowledge. It sounds complicated, but it's really about trying out different things to see what reactions you get and making sure you always record what you're doing. Here's an example. You have a wood-fired stove in your kitchen, and you've noticed that the fire behaves differently depending on how much wind is outside and how much charcoal is covering the vents. You think it might be the availability of air that affects how the fire burns, but you don't know for sure. So you decide to investigate. This is where you apply a scientific procedure. You have an observation and then formulate an idea, or what we call a hypothesis. Your hypothesis will be something like this. Fire needs a steady flow of fresh air in order to burn. So you build an experiment to test that hypothesis. We will look at this experiment in more detail later. If you and other scientists get the same results from the experiment, then it means that the hypothesis is scientifically proven. As scientists generate hypotheses and conduct experiments, they add to our growing body of knowledge. The more experiments that are done, the more we increase our understanding of the way things work. What we call facts are actually hypotheses that have been scientifically proven. We start to discover how things work and what the relationship between things are. Some hypotheses turn out to be not true or cannot be confirmed in experiments. But this is an important part of the scientific process, as it eliminates things so we don't have to try it again. So by who and when is the scientific method used? Scientists apply the scientific procedure when doing project or research work. It is also used in medical research to develop new medicines and treatments. Industrial engineers use the scientific method to develop new materials and technology that makes production more efficient. Even farmers use the scientific method to investigate why crops fail or why they grow well under certain conditions. The scientific method is one of the greatest discoveries of mankind, as it has led to countless other discoveries being made. Now you know more about it. It starts with an idea that you want to prove, which we call a hypothesis. We then design an experiment to test whether the hypothesis is true or false. If it's true, we have learned something new. If not, we have to